Good morning. That is all hail.
It's 5:20 p.m. It's not morning.
Shh. Look at the size of the hail. So actually you didn't really miss much, which is a good thing, because if you missed a lot then you wouldn't be very happy about that. So we were just hanging out and we were really bored, and we're going through a crazy storm right now. Do you hear the thunder? This is summer in Nova Scotia. It's got, like, seriously. Is it just me, or do I find this camera a lot sharper too? It was a pretty crazy adventure getting here. We couldn't really do much because we were pretty bored just hanging around the hotel and stuff. And we got to meet a couple of people, which was great. The main thing was I got a call on my cell phone. I was like, I can't pick this up. I'm in US and I don't have US data, or I don't have US calling. So I ignored it, and then I got another call, same number. So I picked it up. It said, your shuttle is 15 minutes early. Please come out to meet your shuttle. And I'm like, crap. So we both run out and we go get our bags, and we get to the airport and everything's all rushed and crazy, and I bought a bunch of stuff which I'll show you momentarily, but everything's all rushed and crazy, and it's just a giant mess, and we're not organized in our heads. And so I have my book bag, I have my luggage, and then I have my like my other bag of stuff that I brought, and I have my camera. It's all in one hand because I wasn't prepared. And so I lay the camera down in the seat, and in the rush of trying not to die getting into the airport, because a good guy drove like a friggin' maniac, you know, because of California. So in the focus of trying not to die getting to the airport, it was just kind of slipped my mind. And the camera is on the seat of the shuttle, and I can't get it back because chances are they won't even turn it into the lost and found. So I was really, really pissed at myself for that, because not only did I lose the footage, I lost, you know, my other camera. Well, other camera now, because I just bought this one. So that was that adventure, getting there. And then we went and we got on the plane, and we flew for 4.5 hours to New Jersey. And then after we went to New Jersey, they were like, oh hey, look, there's our flight. There's no gate assigned to it. And so our flight didn't have a gate. And it was like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 15 minutes, still no gate. 10 minutes, still no gate. I'm like, well, they either didn't assign a gate to it, so it's not going to take off, or it just hasn't landed. But it was saying on time. It wasn't saying delayed or canceled or anything like that. So we went and finally reached 6:30, and it was still there. It was 6:32, and it was supposed to take off at 6:30. They didn't even like tell us it was going to be what gate, or even if it was there or whatever. So that was pretty ridiculous. So we went to the customer service, and they're like, oh, you have to go to A17 or something. We were in C. We shuttle busted all the way down to A. We went there, and it went from A20 to A27. There was no 17A. I was kind of like, well, okay, you guys screwed up, now you're gonna fix it. Cool, you're gonna get us on a plane, and you're gonna fly us, because we paid for it. There was literally no contact between you and us and the other thing, and that was nobody's fault but the airlines. So that shouldn't have happened in any aspect. Anyway, so we're trying to figure out flights and stuff like that, and we're sitting there, and it's gonna be another 2.5 hours before I can get on a plane, and then another 3 hours after that before she can get on a plane, Ceci can get on a plane. Kind of ridiculous. I flew direct from 9:18 until like 12:30 I got in here. I got through customs finally, because that was an adventure and a half. And after I got through customs, when you walk in after coming into the US, into Canada, via Halifax, there's a Tim Hortons sign that has a Tim Hortons coffee, and it says welcome home. And that, I have to say, was the most comforting and welcoming thing. And it sounds super cheesy, but it's actually true. I was like, oh, thank you, Tim Hortons. Because that's one of the things that I really missed about Canada was Tim Hortons. And actually good coffee, and not this stupid hotel room, eco grounds wasn't even comparable. So we're going to, I go to pick up my bag, and it's not there. The tray has stopped, my bag is not there. And for a second or two, I have a complete panic attack because I couldn't pack everything in my carry-on bag, and it was just a giant mess getting around. So I don't have my bag. I still don't have my bag. I don't have my digital SLR. I don't have most of my t-shirts, most of my belongings, they're in my stowed bag. So we're still waiting for that, but they know that it's not lost. It's just on its way. But what a ridiculous adventure. And then we got here, and this hailstorm, it started, okay, first it started raining, and then it started hailing, and then it was bright and sunny, and then rain and hail and bright, and it was kind of crazy. And this is the thing. If you don't like the weather in Halifax, wait 5 minutes. It'll change. I've even literally seen it where you look in one direction and it's bright and sunny, and then the very next direction it's overcast and really dark, which is kind of ridiculous, and weather is weird. I'm going to take a picture of a rainbow because rainbows are friggin' cool. Look at that. Rainbow, 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 rainbow. I would say overall I'm very, very pleased with this camera. It's a lot faster, and the audio capture from what I can see is a lot better. And you can actually maybe hear me if it's windy out. And I really hope it doesn't start to downpour, and that looks cool. See? See that? That looks cool, man. That looks pretty cool. So I get distracted sometimes. I don't think it translates well on camera, but still, that looks pretty cool. And all the clouds, all of the clouds that are out of focus. The big difference with this camera is if I press the record button, it records right away. I don't have to wait the 2 or 3 seconds to see, is it actually going to record? Is it actually going to record? It actually records and stops recording right away when I push the button. And that's great. That's really, really a big upgrade. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God, pick it up.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear me. Happy birthday to you.
Just 1 week late.
Yeah, just 1 week late.
Almost.
Almost.
Come on. Get that flame in
No.
there for remote.
Close. Very, very close. What do you think of my symmetrical cutting job?
Oh, you beat me.
Oh, chocolate cake is bad. Chocolate cake is good. Chocolate cake is chocolate cake is chocolate cake is chocolate cake. Alright, so now we're just trying to track around my bag so we can get it as soon as possible, and then we can actually unpack, and then we can actually sleep, because sleep is something that I love doing. I love sleep. That's a lie. I don't sleep. I don't sleep ever. I guess, I mean, it makes sense if I'm this enthusiastic about coffee. We're trying to figure out baggage and how it's going to get here. Apparently it should get here around 11 o'clock tonight, which is nice, because then I can actually unpack and go to bed, which would be awesome. For now, more charitable things. See, I've found a few things about working with cameras for a long time. You can use them like you can kind of use mirrors to look at things in awkward places, and like you take a picture of something and then you can see it perfectly. And so there was a serial number on the bike that was really hard to reach, and then I just was charitable, because why not? Alright, so because I'm such a boss, they decided to deliver it, but it won't be until tomorrow morning. So that sucks, so I can't get it down tonight, but that's alright, because it's locked up in a room, it's safe, it's all good, and that is it for me tonight because I need to go to bed, guys. I've been up since 7 o'clock yesterday morning, and I gotta go to bed. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Good night.